All right, here it is. This is the HeavyDuty Overlock Serger. It's a Singer 2, 3, 4 thread serger. There's actually 4 threads on the top that you can serge. So I think about the hems. I think about the details, the finishing, the stitching. You can do all of it with the serger. It is such an important piece of equipment to have if you love sewing, right?
Yeah.
It's actually one of my favorite machines. There's something about a serger. I used to do one where it would cut the fabric and serge at the same time.
This is denim.
This is, okay, look at Darlene serging and hemming, and you can mend, and you're finishing all the different fabrics together. This sewing price is $249.95, which is $50 off the HSN price. We've got free shipping as well. It's on flexible payments of $62.49. It's already a 5-star on hsn.com. Really, sometimes a regular sewing machine is just not enough, Darlene, to do this.
Well, this is a whole different animal. If you don't have a serger in your life, I really invite you to take a look at this, because it will sew, cut, and finish off your seams. It's used for construction. It's used for finishing. It's used for clean edging if you're going to make unlined items. And it's also great for embellishing. So you can use this for many different things. This heavy-duty serger from Singer will sew just about any fabric you can imagine. I just went through fleece, flannel, denim, terry cloth, and now I'm using silk. So it will do all different types of material. And I think that's important to know. 1,100 stitches a minute, heavy duty, nice and fast, well lit. It cuts, it sews, and it has a little trimmer, and it has a trim catcher. So as you're sewing, it's going to be catching
all the debris and all the cuttings. And
yeah.
I love a serger. So this is 283047.
See, it's
you can
catching,
see, everything just
catches
kind of
everything right here.
there.
So it goes right into there. It doesn't end up on your sewing room floor. That is really nice. And when you're ready, it's kind of like a little vacuum cleaner bag, and then you just dump it out.
Cute.
So nice to have that. Now check this out. On the front panel, everything is color-coded. That's why this has been so wildly popular. All of the thread tension, you have the yellow, red, green, blue. And it's numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the order in which they advise that you thread the machine. And then it shows you down here what each needle is and what the stitch looks like. This shows you the bypass device, and that's being able to convert it to a 2-thread. This is a 4-thread, 3-thread, or 2-thread.
So you can choose.
Yes, this shows you how to use the lower looper, how to thread it. So all in all, a great little serger, 2, 3, 4 thread, color-coded threading. In fact, I want to show you the back of this, because all the thread, it comes pre-threaded like that. So because the colors are already there, you get to know your serger. When you see the stitch, you can identify when you're looking at the stitch, oh, that's the left needle, and oh yeah, that's that upper looper, because you'll see the different colors. Let me pick a fabric here that you can see the different colors. See?
Okay.
You can see the red, you can see the blue, you can see the yellow, and the green, and you'll see
and there's your threads.
Yes, now that's the that would be the inside. On the outside, regularly sewn fabric. Great for swimwear, dancewear, workout wear, sleepwear, anything with stretch lycra. You saw silk, terry, stretch lycra, heavy denim, home decor, flannel, fleece. You've got your faux fur, your denim, your cotton, everything in between. So all of these fabrics are sergeable, and you're going to love being able to construct with this. You don't have any seam finish problems on the inside. Everything is encased in thread, so you have no unraveling, no coming off in the wash, no threads hanging everywhere, no telltale signs that you made it yourself. And that's why people love serging.
That's true. You know, there are times when you see people, you're like, oh, I can tell she made that. It's cute. You can tell, though, that she made it. Okay, I wanted to point something out to you. Just want to show you the accessories that you're getting with the machine today, which are just really awesome. So from your tweezers to your lint brush, you've got your spreader, you've got your screwdriver, your extra knife, your needles, you've got that trim catcher. This is what we saw. That's catching as you're serging all, and everything just kind of slips down in here, and then you just dump it out. And you're also getting an instructional DVD, which is great, because, Darlene, I know you're showing us how to work, but there's times we get it home, we're like, uh-oh, I'm not really sure. I can't remember what Darlene said. We kind of get mesmerized by you working the magic. But that's to show you that you really, truly can do this yourself. Really quickly, I'm going to go out to the phones and say hello, because Susan from Nebraska is giving us a call. Susan, good morning. I understand you have been shopping already this morning.
Yes, ma'am, I have.
I love it. Now, what did you pick up?
I picked up the Athena Singer sewing machine.
Good choice. Good choice. Actually, that's about to sell out too momentarily. Now, is this your first sewing machine from Singer, or do you have other machines?
I have an old Singer sewing machine, but I've been quilting, so I wanted a better machine and a new machine. And I saw your machine tonight, and I was like, wow, that looks like it's going to do the job for me.
I think so, Darlene. Don't you think it'll do it exceptionally well?
So what kind of quilts do you like to make?
I actually make all kinds of quilts. I do rainbow quilts and applique quilts and a lot of hand applique, too.
Well,
I'm hoping this machine will help me not have to spend too much time.
You know what? You will be doing most of your applique by machine, I think, from now on.
I hope so.
You'll have the feet, you'll have the lights, you'll have all of the direct selections on your motherboard. Good for you.
Yes, I'm excited about it, and I love the extension table because when you're quilting, you need extra space.
That's true. Need that space.
Right.
Yeah, that'll be great. Oh, Susan, thank you so much for calling, and most importantly, thank you for shopping with us here at HSN. You got a really, really great value on that Athena machine.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. You take care. You know what's great? I want to point out really quickly as we're watching. On your Facebook page, I know we're big Facebook and we tweet and we do Instagram, but you have some great projects as well. So if you're thinking about additional projects, like Susan's working on her quilting, and maybe you're not sure or you need a little more inspiration while you're in that project, Darlene Cahill, you can check her out on Facebook. Mine is Angie Corley on HSN. Please be sure to like our pages and kind of follow us. Lots of good stuff up there.
I have a new challenge on my Facebook page. And I show you what my assistant and I were working on last week.
Okay.
And I'm hoping that you start working on a project similar. So check it out and join in on the fun. We are in the middle of a sewing party.
That's right.
We have an entire month called National Sewing Month of September that every year at this time we have so much fun getting ready for sewing, dusting off our machines, planning our projects for the holidays, churning maybe some of last year's apparel into this year's fashions. You know, we repurpose, reuse, recycle, reconstruct, and have a lot of fun creating together. What this machine is going to help you do that, because this is the heavy-duty serger, and what I'm doing right now, I had mentioned earlier, and that was being able to take it and convert it to a 3-thread for sewing. And now with the 3-thread overcasting, what it's doing is finishing off this edge of a pattern piece so that this pattern piece then can be sewn together, and I will have absolutely finished edges. I'm going to move this little dude over here. He needs to move over to here. Okay, there we go.
So I love that we really do say 2, 3, 4 thread serger. You can use 4. You're showing us 3. You really have the option depending on the project that you're doing while you're using your machine.
Right. And this is set up for 3-thread. And what I'd like to show you is the edge that I make. Oh, there it is. See this edge? So what I'm doing is I'm finishing off that edge. So then when I sew the seam together and press that seam open, you know, on the inside, it's all finished. So take a look at this jacket. If you're making an unlined jacket, like you see here, you want all of your seam finishes to be done on the inside, right? You want your facing to look professionally done. This is what it looks like when you purchase it in retail. You can have that same look, that same effect, those same results if you have a home serger. And Singer has made it affordable. Now notice it was used for the purpose of finishing off the seam, but it's also used for decorative embellishment. Look how it was used here just to finish off this strip to sew on the outside for an embellishment. Or how it's used here to finish off these strips and then wind them up and make them into roses for a handy little summer clutch. So whatever you decide to do with the serger, there are about 20 different functions. You'll use it for the edging, as you see here, and you'll also use it for constructing all of your stretch knits. Now, another thing the serger can be used for is embellishing, believe it or not. Okay, so this fabric, it's just a, this is a rayon, but check this out. This was serger tails. Wow. In other words, pieces of serger that I just ran through the machine, the thread, and then I couched it on like a surface embellishment.
That is so clever.
I made a whole dress like this, but this could be used as a pillow at this point, but it's just a sample so that you can see. Now, here's another example of that, where the couched thread serger tail becomes a surface embellishment, three-dimensional, textural, and adding a pop to your home decor for a modern contemporary feel. And this is all you do. I have 3 threads. I took out the right needle. I have this heavy, it's called Designer 9, and it's a rayon floss thread. And I have that in my upper looper. Now, that's not the kind of thread you use on a regular sewing machine. And then watch this. I'm just pulling a serger tail. There it is. There's my serger tail. And then that tail becomes a trim.
Decorative, exactly.
It becomes a decorative surface embellishment. Now I take it to my regular machine and sew it on
right over.
for those kind of results. Isn't that fun?
I tell you what, if you picked up the Athena, maybe you have a singer. As a matter of fact, I would love for you to call us and know how people are using these items because I love repurpose, recycling, reusing. It's time to be creative. So maybe you've got the longer outfit from last year and you're like, you know what, it's time to make it a little bit shorter.
Right.
You can trim it, you can cut it, you can use your serger because a serger is really about finishing off those items, whether it's hemming the pair of jeans that you have, you know, or maybe finishing a skirt, a tablecloth, maybe it's a pillow or whatever it is. This is the machine you want to finish that, to trim, to sew, do your stitching. You're going to do it all with ease as we're watching you with this heavy-duty machine.
And I love how you said, you know, you cut, you sew, you repiece things together. I mean, why is that so crazy? Quilters cut up fabric into lots of millions of little pieces and then sew them back together again in a precise way. So my challenge this month is all about Franken-sewing.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you dressing up for Halloween real quick with your Franken-sewing?
I don't know yet. But check this out.
Look at
this. This is called flat locking. This is a technique where I'm only using 2 threads. I've got a woolly nylon in my lower looper, and look at that. The seam allowance lays flat on that side and flat on that side.
That's beautiful. That's a great finish on that.
It's used in sportswear like crazy, on sweatshirts, on workout wear. I was in one of our popular stores the other night, and they had a workout top that was just lots of pieces, and they were all seamed with that, and it was all flat. It's called flat locking,
and they're different colors probably all put together.
It was contrasted.
Yeah.
Now, what would happen if you took that contrasted thread, you took this ladder, and let's say that you decided you were going to run, look, you were going to run a ribbon through it.
Oh,
you could
darling.
Take a little thread like that.
I tell you, I get so inspired every time I'm watching.
Look what happens. Look what happens when you run a ribbon through it. Now you want to see the results of that? Check out that table runner.
Look at this right here.
I'm on live TV, so we work really fast. But check out the table runner here.
Right here.
And you'll see that was a surface embellishment made on the serger and then hand, you know, thread through with a blunt needle. You can get a home decor pack of needles, and you can run that through a 1/8-inch ribbon. And look how beautiful that is.
That's gorgeous. I have to tell you, Jilly Star 123 in our HSN live chat. Leave it to Singer to be so clever. Such great ideas. Love it. Love it. She said she had a serger in the past, but it was too confusing. She passed it on.
Oh, no.
Isn't it?
This one is simple. This is great for beginners. If this is your first serger experience, this is a great serger for you. You'll use it for home decor. You'll use it. You'll make your own beach towels, your own bathing suits, swimwear, dancewear, workout wear, all of the stretch knits in your life. You need a serger to get that done. You will not get the same kind of results on a regular machine.
That's true.
Plus, you can't those teeny tiny little rolled hems that you would get on, you know, those silk scarves.
Yes, right on the. See, it's the trim, it's the finishes. That's what we love. We're talking about 1,300 stitches per minute here. Fully adjustable on the superior fabric feed, adjustable tension. I mean, really color coded on top of that. This is what you want. I love it. All the fabrics. Isn't that great? And you saw there was no switching of the needles. There was nothing. Love it. So you're going to love this machine as well. The 234 Serger. This is from Singer.